Members of the Board of Ed, I am a tenured and highly qualified teacher in MCPS for over a decade with degrees in child development and a master's in special education. I'm also a parent to MCPS students and a parent to a child with an IEP. Dr. McKnight, at the beginning of the year, you told us to prosper. P, positions continuing to become vacant across the county while you sit silent. R, retention of highly qualified teachers is a non-priority. O, overwhelming numbers of staff taking leave or resigning due to impossible working conditions. S, special ed services denied to students federally entitled to these interventions and therapies because there is no staff to service students. 18 elementary schools alone have no full-time special education on staff. P, parents and teachers worried about children who've endured trauma being asked to shoulder pre-pandemic curriculum expectations. Response from central and curriculum offices? Carry on as usual. E, educators, parents, and staff across the county rallied in hundreds outside of these offices. R, representatives from all three unions have and continue to issue joint statements calling on this Board of Ed to act for its staff and students. JFK said there are risks and costs to action, but they are far less than the long-range risks of comfortable inaction. Around Montgomery County, we are watching our neighbors in other counties and states care for their teachers, staff, and students, while this board continues to sit in comfortable inaction. Schools have added monthly and weekly half-days to allow students a chance for reprieve from the stress they are under, and teachers the time to plan, grade, and attempt to scale the ever-increasing mountain of work piled upon them. Other counties shortened every instructional day by 1 hour for students to create additional planning time. Just Friday, another county extended their Thanksgiving break the entire week, with the superintendent saying, "To our staff, we hear you." When I reached out to my colleagues about my words to share, the response from all, Dr. McKnight, was, "They don't care." Still others hired permanent substitutes. Next door in Howard County, they're paying teachers $55 per class to cover vacancies. Vacancies which MCPS has in abundance. As of Friday, there were over 1,000 job vacancies listed. 341 of those are teacher positions. Even with a conservative class size of only 24 students, that would make over 8,100 students who still do not have a full-time instructor one marking period into the school year. In my own packed classroom, I have had to step over students from other classes and other grades sitting on my floor because there is no substitute to cover their class. Other counties are moving people from central office and placing them into school buildings to help with coverage and instruction. This Board of Education created an additional $5 million worth of central office positions that have done nothing to alleviate the stresses or improve the learning conditions for our students. You have $244 million in federal CARES funds, along with MCPS's substantial budget. You have countless examples now of what it looks like to value and support your staff. You have no excuses. You need to help.